A very good afternoon to you, our viewers. This is the Midday News. My name is Sharon Kalimbola. The top stories: Chivolia youths abandon criminal activities to benefit from Constituency Development Fund. President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA calls for Continental a partnership in minerals development.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
There's so much data.
Mom.
Yes, baby.
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
The Midday News in detail. 200 youths of Chivolia Compound in Lusaka's Kanyama constituency who were engaging in unproductive activities have expressed interest to change through submitting business proposals in order to benefit from the Constituency Development Fund. In an interview, the youths who say they were previously engaging in illicit activities such as daylight robbery have stated that CDF will go a long way in reducing community crimes. Chivolia Compound is known for substance abuse, theft and other illicit activities. Zipporah Mushala filed this report.
This is a group of youths in Lusaka's Chivolia Compound, representing a total of 200, who say they want to turn away from illicit activities in the community and contribute positively to the country's development. Chivolia Compound has for long been labeled problematic, as it is regarded as the center for activities like drug and alcohol abuse, as well as theft, among others. The youths who spoke to Camnet News, however, say they have received a second chance of life through the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) by submitting business proposals.
But the CDF for basically they were cheating. So but tuna shema nchito ile tufuna. Na watu wanduena kwande. Wena salamu muulize condition if example example na leo za chinda that komkamo nice. Mwezi wa.
Nonga sikomo kuba president kwatilekera bo banani. Kai munga isisinga ine sininga nami. Ine kuchiwolia. Ameno akati bot passage program yakuti ne take a ball background. Ine sininga nami nenze kupanga lokubali sininga nami nenze kupanga lokubali kani lebe bochita pese kane nonkala chemchiwolia so chi
ena Ismail jambo kwame support ndo chitanani ma practice coach akeli I said enjoy boxing, music, what dancing and what footballing, was it quite this?
So would like this thing which they are supporting us, the supporter, would like them to be coming and supporting us so that we can go far.
Meanwhile, Hari Mwangankumbula wa 12 Councillor Mr. Aaron Mwanza says the youth will be trained in various ventures to set an example to other youths in the compound.
We shall use this opportunity for CDF to empower this group. Definitely they are going to be empowered. They will form a cooperative which will be empowered in different types of skills that they will be doing. Then you want also those who want to do skills, go for training. We've identified a school, be it within our area, and also the Kanyama Youth Project that will also be training our youth in various skills.
Meanwhile, the Future Community Foundation Project Coordinator Mr. Clinton Gando says partnering with the local authorities, the organization is determined to bring change to Chivolia Compound.
So I just appreciate these youths who are with me here for their positive action, like the positive mind which they have And they are promising us to say, this issue you complain about drugs, we won't hear about it. This issue you complain about gun robbery, they are promising to say no, will be the whole community, Chivolia community, will be totally transformed.
The Ward Development Committee chairperson has also added his voice.
But again, what we are appealing to is to those NGOs, organizations, any organization that can come on board again to help, to build up that piece that we have there, the ground. We put like everything together. We can put a basketball court, we put a, even for women, tennis, everything, so that they can participate.
The youths who say they plan to engage in many business ventures, among them welding, livestock and music, have not shied away from showcasing their skills. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
A 72-year-old woman of Lusaka's John Howard Compound in Chawama constituency is dispersed for being sidelined for accessing the social cash transfer funds. Elizabeth Banda tells Camnet News that she had been on social cash transfer scheme since the year 2017 but was however sidelined. To note that her name was replaced with other persons sharing her name but a different national registration card number. She says as a widow the money has been helping her alleviate the challenges she faces as she has been able to do business and support her grandchildren. She has since called on the Department of Social Welfare to rectify the anomaly in the scheme. Details in this.
The social cash transfer scheme has proved to be a very effective tool of alleviating the high poverty levels in the country by cushioning vulnerable citizens. According to the 2022 national budget, the number of beneficiary households under the program increased to over 1 million from 880,539 as of the end of August 2021. The transfer value per household has been increased from 150 to 200 kwacha per month. For households with severely disabled members, the transfer value has been increased from 300 kwacha to 400 kwacha per month. And last month, people started benefiting from the program, much to their excitement.
Tukwate nsanse shikalamba sana bale tupela 300 batubikila po batupela 400 kanshi tuleto tela pakalamba sana okutila mwabombe ni bakateka ala tubikile ni pofyena kambi.
But it was not the same for a 72-year-old Elizabeth Banda of Lusaka's John Howard Compound in Chawama constituency, who has been omitted from the register owing to conflicting personal details. She has been receiving money since 2017, but now wonders why she has been removed from the register.
Mukapite ku social welfare mbadandaula ndine ndilipo chifukwa chake nina chitabwa ninaenda kwamene kuja amayi mbwanji na byawe ine nakwera kuno ndalama kale nalufolomba naona kuti nilipo fola.
She tells us that the social cash transfer fund has been a main means of survival as she uses it to support her family through a vegetable business, thus calling on the Department of Social Welfare to look into her case.
Social welfare azintandiza inasantaire babwaro ndiwo vana vangu nilibe ubala na vana pano pamene nilivya anilibe vanana amene yava social welfare otandiza ine pano nili orona sale rotele akakati amai vajana lubwela kuno vasa asaka nambalala akanigulire boko kuti yaya mai vajada abwera adi kuno dandaula kuti tatandize ndise tapedza.
Elizabeth Banda is not the only one affected, as many people shared with us similar challenges, and it must be noted that previously people were swindled in similar circumstances by way of providing fake vouchers. and some have been arrested by the Anti-Corruption Commission. By broadcast time, efforts to reach out to the Department of Social Welfare proved futile. Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Republican President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA says Africa is blessed with vast mineral resources which are vital for economic development. He says African leaders and partners should take deliberate steps to ensure sustainable development and management of mineral resources. President HICHILEMA said these efforts should include building linkages aimed at promoting value addition and manufacturing. He said this when he made a keynote address at the ongoing mining endeavor in Cape Town, South Africa, where he said the mining sector remains key to the sustainable development of the African continent. President HICHILEMA says there is also a need to create upstream linkages into mining capital goods, consumables and services industries. President HICHILEMA says proactive investment into exploration will unlock the undiscovered mineral resource and create enormous socio-economic impact. The endeavor is being marked under the theme Africa Mining, Investing in the Energy Transition, Environmental, Social and Governance Economies have attracted South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa and President Makwesi Masisi of Botswana.
We are committed to building a resilient, sustainable mining industry anchored on environmental, social and indeed governance standards and best practice, because this is the bare minimum if we have to do it correctly. Our determination towards industrialization, obviously job creation, business opportunities is very clear. It's very clear for those that have been following us 8 months back. We're very determined and we will not allow anything to stand in the way of clearing all hurdles that will allow investments, especially in the mining sector and other sectors for obvious reasons. We are open for business. I heard the minister from South Africa say, we shall repeat it, Zambia is open for business. And we are open to engage and partner with all of you here and those that are not present today. As many of you are aware, Zambia is a key player in the global copper mining industry. It has already been mentioned here. And is home to vast reserves of copper and other minerals. We are addressing factors that constrain investment and putting in place factors that catalyze this investment. Our investment of environment will undoubtedly be 1, transparent, 2, consistent, 3, predictable, 4, fair.
Still on mining-related issues, the Federation of Small-Scale Miners Association of Zambia has underscored the need for government to ensure that they promote a people-centered foreign investment in the mining industry. During an exclusive interview with Camnet News, the association president, Joseph Mwansa, has charged that what the people of Zambia need at the moment is sober investors who shall ultimately benefit the local communities. Meanwhile, Mr. Mwansa has commended the head of state, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, for his presence and address during the mining industry endeavor held in South Africa, Cape Town, on Monday.
Zambia's development trajectory has been shaped by the mining industry. For close to 100 years, the extraction of copper and other minerals has dominated the economy. The Federation of Small-Scale Miners Association of Zambia, President Joseph Mwansa, has cautioned government to ensure that the local people benefit as it opens up to foreign investment. He says this in an exclusive interview with Camnet News.
Meaningful to Zambian people, especially where he is calling for investors. We need serious investors in our nation. We don't want these mediocre investors who just come and get some mines, then later on abandon them. We want serious investors. If we can bring serious investors, I think we'll see a big change. They analyze it seriously, and that's how they came up with that, that method which they use. But of course, not everyone agree with that method and what they have done concerning the tax removing of mineral royalties. Some, they are criticizing the government that they should have leave it like the way it was, and some, they are happy. As you know, the nation, you can find these are happy, these are not happy.
Mr. Mwansa says with the amount of minerals Zambia is endowed with, it should be one of the richest countries, but for poor management by people in power in the past, this has not been achieved.
You know, Zambia has great natural resources, a lot of minerals. Some of the minerals has not yet been discovered. If the new Dawn government can manage the nation nicely, I think our nation will be out of poverty. We are going to improve economically, and even the living standard of our people will change. We have almost every mineral that any investor would want to get from Zambia. Zambia is not poor as people say.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mwansa has commended the head of state, Mr. HAKAINDE HICHILEMA, for his presence and address during the mining endeavor held in South Africa, Cape Town, Monday. Alex Shimba, Camnet News in Lusaka.
And finally, on our Midday News desk, prosecutors from the Anti-Corruption Commission have told Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Dominic Makalicha to throw out the defense application to summon ACC Acting Director General to appear before court to testify in a case where former State House press aide Amos Chanda is accused of using derogatory remarks against the officers. According to the state, Mr. Silumesi Mochula enjoys public interest immunity, and as such, he cannot be called as a witness. This is in a matter in which former President Edgar Lungu's spokesperson is jointly charged with his wife and sister-in-law for allegedly insulting and obstructing ACC officers the time they went to conduct a search at his residence. Miriam Kaimba filed this report.
Tempers Monday morning flared in the Lusaka's Magistrate Court between the prosecution and the defense after the two parties had an argument during the submissions on whether Mr. Silumesi Mochula, the acting Director General at the Anti-Corruption Commission, should be presented before court as a witness in defense of former State House press aide Amos Chanda. Mr. Chanda, his wife Mabel, and sister-in-law Ruth Nakaundi have been dragged to court on allegation that they insulted and obstructed ACC officers last year in October, during the time the said officers went to conduct a search at one of his properties in Lusaka's Woodlands area. When the matter came before Lusaka Chief Resident Magistrate Dominic Makalicha for continued defense, lawyers representing the trio informed the court that they had organized Mr. Silumesi Mochula, the acting DG at ACC, however, despite being served with summons last week to appear before court and testify in favor of Mr. Chanda, he was not before court. Responding to this, the prosecution, however, argued that Mr. Mochula, who the defense are trying to summon, enjoys immunity of staff and as such cannot testify, and in an event he does so, the implication is that he may be arrested and prosecuted after testifying. While citing Section 17(1)(2) of the Anti-Act to support their argument, the state further submitted that the said application by the defense should be dismissed with the contempt it deserves, as it is malicious. Meanwhile, Mr. Chanda's lawyers have told the court that their client is at liberty to call whoever witness he wants to offer in his defense. The court has, however, reserved ruling to the 24th of May 2022 on whether the acting DG at ACC should be summoned to appear before court and testify or not. So far, Mr. Chanda is the only person remaining to give the court his defense, as his wife Mabel and sister-in-law Ruth Nakaundi already gave their side of the story. The trio, in the last count, is alleged to have on the 27th of October 2021 obstructed and delayed officers from the Anti-Corruption Commission by dishonestly stating that the keys to one of the bedrooms were with another person who had traveled out of town when in fact not. Miriam Kaimba reporting for Camnet TV News.
Well, that's all we had for you on the news desk this afternoon. The headlines once again: Chivolia youths abandon criminal activities to benefit from the Constituency Development Fund. President HAKAINDE HICHILEMA calls for continental partnerships in minerals development. Well, thank you so much for choosing Camnet TV. My name is Sharon Kalimbula. Good afternoon.